Hello everyone. My name is Meet Simaria, and today me and my classmates Maruf and Jaspreet are going to talk about one of the most famous examples of the project procurement failure, the F-35 Lightning II program. This case shows how important it is to match your procurement strategy with the risk involved in the project. So let's get straight into it. First, let's look at what the project was all about. The F-35 program was started by the US Department of Defense. The goal was to build one advanced stealth fighter jet that would be used by all the three forces, that is, Air, Navy, and Marines. It was a huge project with an original budget of around $233 billion, and the jets were supposed to be ready by the year 2010. So, to make the things harder, the plan involved building three different versions of the jet using the one basic design. So, what happened to the project? The project went away over budget and way past its deadline. The total cost is now estimated at about $1.7 trillion, almost seven times more than the plan. The first squadron became operational in the year 2015, which was 5 years later than the date. So even today, the program still isn't in full production, more than 10 years behind the schedule. This slide shows how big the cost overruns really were. So now I would like to hand over the presentation to Maruf.
Hi, Professor. This is Syed Maruf. Now, I would like to talk about the relationship and approaches to whom we approached to contract. And Lockheed Martin is the company who won the primary request or proposal. We contracted the different type of contact. And the first one is initial. They used cost plus contract for the high risk development phase, and the second contract was like renegotiated due to overruns of the stuffs, and later they moved to the fixed price. And if I talk about the relationship procurement, the project owner was the US DoD, and the prime vendor who was the supplier, uh, that was the Lockheed Martin company. And because of that, we had the multiple levels. We have the global network of over 1,500 supplier uh, in the US partner countries like Northrop and BAE System, Pratt and Whitney. This had created an incredible complex supply chain for them. Next slide, please. So now I would like to talk about the what was the big mistake happened in that company. What exactly happened? The thing exactly happened was the strategy concurrent production. This is the thing they used, and the definition of it is basically procured long lead item and began manufacturing aircraft before the design and testing phases were complete. And this was the main mistake they did, and the result was here. And the result was like when testing revealed major flaws like software bugs, helmet display issue, structural cracks, etc. Hundreds of jets were already being built or were on the assembly line. Fixing these flaws required and the root causes of analysis impact. There were five whys. The first why was the massive cost overrun. Second why was retrofit jets. Third why was were discovered so late, and the fourth why was use concurrency, and the fifth why was schedule prioritize over risk. And the project owner was the responsible for that, and its impact was huge. It was in trillion cost overrun, decades of delays, and operational limitations for the US military. Now I would like to hand over the presentation to the Jasprit.
Thank you, Maruf. Hello, Professor. My name is Jaspreet, and now I'm going to discuss how the procurement was addressed in this program. The F-35 Lightning II program faced major inspections from the GAO, and many corrective actions included delaying full rate production and increased testing were included. These were reactive fixes. The early commitment to an immature design had already created a large cost and schedule overruns over the period of time. And can you please move to the next slide? So in the next slide, the lessons that has been learned is dangers, or we can say the hazards of concurrent procurement. So the key lessons is don't trade testing for speed in high-risk projects. The F-35's concurrency strategy, for example, developing, testing, and producing all at once, led to a major rework and expenses. So future projects should use strict milestones, gates before procurement begins. I would request me to move to the next slide. And in the second lesson that has been learned is make or buy, and that also must include risk. The F-35 shows that make or buy is not just financial, it must include technical maturity as well. The DoD underestimated how unproven the technologies were, and future decision must factor in technology, readiness, and favor phased, lower risk procurement when systems are immature. And in conclusion, the F-35 program shows that procurement is strategic, not just administrative. And applying these lessons helped us become stronger, more responsible project managers. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your valuable time.